Good morning, angels. I want to talk about healthy boundaries with our family members. I know there's been a lot of talk and discussion about having good boundaries with your family members, or is it okay to, take the bullshit from your family members just because they're family, because they're your sister, your cousin, your mom, your dad. So I'm going to talk about it as your favorite family therapist. I had a client, she had some challenges with her sister, and I guess since her and her sister were young, she always felt emotionally abused by her sister. So there was kind of this like pushing and pulling away with her sister and herself with these interactions. Let's call them Maya and Anna. So Maya is my client, Anna is her sister. Essentially, Maya would describe Anna to engage in like this pushing and pulling away from her, where she would kind of pull Maya close, expressing like, oh, let me do this for you. Let me help you with this. Oh, I got this good situation that I can put you on to. Very helpful, very engaging and seeming like loving, as it relates to her sister. And then she would experience the literal opposite without any sort of warning. And so the interaction would essentially look like the complete opposite, where she would make her into like make Maya into this terrible person. She would talk about her weight. She would talk about how she looks. She would put things like embarrass her in front of people. She would put things on social media to kind of like either discredit her business, discredit who she was as a person. She would talk about her in front of her friends. She would call her friends and try to put her against Anna would try to call Maya's friends and have her friends turn against Maya. It was just a very toxic interaction. And Maya had expressed that she experienced this like most of her life. Technically, I cannot diagnose anybody who I have not talked to or seen. However, what she described was somebody who had a personality disorder. So what did we talk about? To be honest, she's very stuck in that interaction, and she kind of has a hard time because she wants to move forward, but she loves her sister, and she really feels like she knows it's best for her to create healthy boundaries between her and her sister. And right now that looks like that they shouldn't talk. There's a difference between healthy boundaries and emotional cutoff. And emotional cutoff is usually where somebody engaged, like, you did something wrong to me, so I'm not talking to you anymore. Emotional cutoff is led by the intense emotions that you just feel so upset, so angry, so hurt, so disrespected, so whatever, sad, that you're like, I don't want to engage in that. But here's the kicker. That emotion does not go away just because you cut that person off. It has nothing to do with healthy boundaries. It has everything to do with a boundary that you've created out of pure negative energy. That energy essentially turns into other things. So you maybe have some guilt, maybe some shame, some resentment. Maybe you feel like, anytime you hear that person's name, it triggers you. Or you get, upset just even when they're doing good, there's a resentment that comes with it. And it doesn't give you solace when you emotionally cut somebody off. That part. So then there's healthy boundaries. And healthy boundaries starts and stops with self-love. When you recognize how you want to be treated and you start doing that for yourself, you will start to create healthier boundaries around certain people where you can still potentially interact with them, but you give them the space to recognize you cannot cross this line. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. The line stops here. That doesn't mean that you are, upset with them anymore. It doesn't mean that you're angry with them. It just means that there's certain interactions that you just will not tolerate. But that starts again with how you are interacting with yourself, how you love yourself. If you don't feel like you are due for respect, or you don't even respect yourself, then more times than not, you're not going to be able to show other people what they can and cannot do to you. You'll accept anything. You'll accept everything. Or you'll push everyone away. There's really no gray area with that. If you start to engage in self-love, you will start to see things change. With Maya and Anna, essentially what we've been working on is self-love. How are you taking care of you? If your sister reaches out to you, what are you going to do to protect yourself? What is the line cut off? When she says X, Y, and Z, what are you going to do? If you start to feel something in your body like you felt before in the past, how are you going to protect yourself? Are you going to allow yourself to get off the phone? You can make an excuse. Hey, I got to go. I got to, take care of the kid. I got a appointment in the next 10 minutes or something. Create healthy space. It doesn't mean that you have to cut that person off. It just means that you have to create a healthy space in between you and that other person. So it can look a lot different for a lot of people. So like, comment, and share this post if this is helpful to you to create healthy boundaries between you and your family. Emotional cutoff is never healthy and it's never really helpful. It still leaves you with some lingering high energetic feelings about that person. Even if you feel like you never talk to them again or you don't even think about them, you do. Because there's an inner love for that person and you just have to learn how to healthily engage with them. So, Charlie right now, your energy therapist, licensed marriage and family therapist, self-love guru. Have a great day.